to enter to win the ultimate VIP experience and get to a better state. There is a reason why Ford is the best in Texas. Stop by your Ford dealer and drive one. And by DQ. For the best tasting treats, eats, and drinks in Texas, DQ just tastes better. Top half of the fourth inning here in the Class 2A state championship game. Mustangs back at the plate for Hughes Spring. And there's a very hard-working gentleman, no doubt. Just hope he's not expected to be on the job today. Wouldn't want his employer to see him on the TV screen.
Hughes Spring now getting into the fourth inning, middle innings of this ball game. They're going to have to find a way to get base runners back on. They did that in the first inning, but hit into a 6-4-3 inning-ending double play with the bases loaded.
Berryhill reached back in the first inning on an error at the plate right now.
Right now, if one's coming at you, might want to wear it. Get a base runner, maybe check the third baseman. With 2 strikes, you won't lay a bunt down, but earlier in the count, maybe try to get on with a bunt.
Mustangs have not been able to get their leadoff man on today. They've had 4 base runners, a walk, a fielder's choice, a couple of errors, but certainly an absence of a hit against Reagan Makeda so far today. It's still early. Top half of the fourth inning. Makeda, yesterday's second baseman. Kowalik fielding that void today. Kowalik moving over from the hot corner, and yet we saw Kowalik probably take a ball harder than any he saw at third yesterday. Meanwhile, Ken Craig, we noted this is his first year as head coach for the Mustangs. He mentioned big obstacle this year for the team, simply live up to the expectations that folks knew that this team was capable of accomplishing. And making sure that his young men avoided pressing and trying to win the game and winning the state championship every single swing at the plate. Ball in the dirt, running out of the baseline. The throw down to first got him, and chances are, even if Wallace was pulled off the bag, they would have called the runner out anyways. I should say the batter, Berryhill, now out number 1.
Good job by Dylan Kerr. Get down, blocking this ball, having to find it, throws his helmet off. Fires a bullet down to first.
Nice job by Wallace adjusting to the outside of the bag as Dylan Kerr able to find him. Here's Zach Bassam. He stepped up to the plate. Bases loaded with 1 out back in the first. He very well could be the pitcher working with a lead. But just ultimately a double play ball. And left 2 stranded, and that's the best opportunity the Mustangs have had so far, with the number 5 hitter at the plate. And watch a pitch miss outside.
So far this inning, Reagan Makeda's either been to a strike or he had been close to the zone. They've been throwing some wide pitches.
2-1. He's kept his catcher, Dylan Kerr, busy. Makeda 3 strikeouts on the day, including Eric Berryhill a moment ago. Facing the opposing pitcher. Now Makeda has enjoyed a couple of runs in support back in that bottom of the first. Bassam has not been able to receive any run support just yet. Hughes Springs again was here in 06. That was the first and last time they were here. They played in the championship game, lost to the Brock Eagles that year. Ball 4 sends Bassam down to first. We'll see if he stays on the base paths. They bring out a courtesy runner for number 12.
Eric Berryhill helps out Reagan Makeda with the strikeouts for the first out of the inning, and Makeda hasn't been himself this inning. He's been throwing fastballs about 58 feet in the dirt. Maybe Dylan Kerr can go out and talk to him, settle him down a little bit, get a visit from your pitching coach. Just kind of give you a breather.
Modest lead right now for Bassam. Anton at the plate out of the 6th spot. flied out to center to lead off the second inning and takes one tight for ball one. You hear the train horn in the background. Of course, we're here at the home of the Round Rock Express, not named after a train per se, but named after the Ryan Express. Nolan Ryan, the 27-year major leaguer, right now a 2-0 count to start off to Josh Anton, and you noted Makeda this inning. He has been off more than he's been on.
And sometimes that's all it takes right there, Dylan. I mean, a pitcher knows when you're not throwing strikes and really knows what you have to do. But when you get a visit from someone, give you a little pat on the backside, so you come on, get the ball over the plate, let the defense do the work. And it wasn't a long conversation. It was something to break it up.
Kerr, the junior catcher. Makeda, the senior, on the mound. And the junior squeezes in a strike one. Third batter of the inning. As Josh Anton stepping out, getting a sign from his new head coach, Kent Craig. They'll throw over back in time. Standing up is Zach Bassam, who's running on his own behalf.
Let's go sleeping.
He's going to do that. He needs to go out to the rocking chairs, out on the home run porch. Looking to swipe a bag, and he will. That play got to be a lot more interesting than I thought it was going to.
It did. Dylan Kerr.
A hop right into the midsection of Bassam.
See right here, takes the long hop and just stayed on the ground. Very close call. Wallach held on to the ball. See Nate Bassam just getting his foot underneath it.
So a stolen base by the pitcher, who's going to try to help manufacture at least one of those runs that they need to get back in this. They're going to send him. Coming up firing is Corey Smith. Two-hopper home, throw down to second. No, they'll pocket it. And Zach Bassam, after the stolen base, will score on Josh Anton's one-out RBI.
Where Corey Smith's playing, the reality of throwing him out from that distance is slim right there. You want to get the ball low enough and give your cutoff man a chance to catch it. Once that ball gets over both their heads, Josh Anton's going to be able to get the second. He's now the tying run in scoring position.
Mustangs cut the deficit in half, and it is Josh Anton right now on the base paths who represents that tying run. Seen a couple of coaches throw up a late stop sign, but that was not the case. Bassam never delayed going home.
Right now you want to press the issue, make them throw you out. The first hit of the game for Hughes Springs.
Here's Asa Gall in the bottom third of the lineup. Takes a pitch high. Gall struck out in the second. One of the three strikeouts today for Reagan Makeda, who had one to lead off this inning before the walk of Bassam. That subsequently has cost him a run. By the way, that RBI single from Josh Anton, the first base hit today for the Mustangs. Comes here in the fourth inning.
The labor in this inning. Hasn't thrown too many strikes. He's given up his first hit, walked Zach Bassam, the opposing pitcher.
We mentioned that. We had talked about how Hallettsville was actually set up with their number 2 guy going yesterday, and Makeda able to throw today, and yet it's Makeda having some struggles, although still has a 1-run lead, but may not for long. Gall will send the left fielder Smith backtracking. He makes the catch for out number 2. And Anton will have to retreat back to second after going halfway.
Ball hit well. See this inning, Makeda having the control problems, slight control problems, but also getting the ball over the plate. Hughes Springs taking some good swings. Ball driven almost to the warning track.
Through these first 2 days, I believe that is the deepest we have seen a ball fly on the fly. Off the bat of Asa Gall. Here's Papa Chisholm, who reached on an error.
He was surprising Corey Smith out there. Looked like he was drifting at first, and then said, I better get back there and get this one.
Chisholm, a big cut. He's the one who fired one off his bat over at Kowalik back in the second inning. Second baseman on second baseman. Chisholm, though, would be stranded. The only man to reach that inning back in the second. After a big swing on the first pitch, we'll watch the count even up 1-1. Hughes Springs High School. Tying run in scoring position. Go ahead run, just got hit by a pitch.
I'm telling you what, Papa doesn't mind walls. They're getting hit by pitches. That ball, he didn't even move. That's right at the elbow. This ball's going to bear in on. Watch this. He just sits right there and takes it.
Would have been his right side that hit the wall, so now he's just trying to balance things out.
Tell you what, I got hit once in high school. And it hurt so bad, I didn't want to get hit again. Thought I was going to get hit a couple times when I batted professionally, but didn't.
Hunter Smith at the plate. Runner on second getting some attention is Anton. This will get down. They'll send the tying run. Smith will hit the cutoff. The ball will hit the cutoff. And everybody advances another 90. We are tied here in the fourth inning of the 2A state championship game. Anton comes home to score on the RBI base hit by the number 9 hitter, Hunter Smith.
The Mustangs have come out swinging. This inning hit that ball hard. You see the left fielder out there does a good job. Corey Smith getting the cutoff man, but it takes a funny hop, hits him in the face, hits Twist and C up in the face. That allows both runners now to be in scoring position in second and third.
Chad McKinney, who would be the not next hitter, but after that, the third hitter to come up, still to come, was standing there to welcome home Josh Anton, and he had full faith that Anton was not about to just plow him over full speed ahead with all those emotions. And this is rare, but they don't even have to throw a pitch. They will award Cody Hawkins the intentional walk.
It sets up a force play at any base now.
They just need one out. They can now get it at home, third, second, or first. Trent Shelton will take this on as a challenge. 0 for 1 today with a walk. His Mustangs have tied it up with 2 here in the top half of the fourth inning.
Mustang fans have come alive this inning. Some in between innings getting the cheers going. Get the team fired up. They tied it up.
Shelton is the number 2 hitter in this lineup. He's the 8th batter to come up to the plate here in the fourth. And obviously, there's no place to put him.
That was a big pitch for Reagan Makeda. If it is a ball, he goes to 3-0, and then you put pressure on yourself having to throw a strike. That's a little easier now.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Kowalik to first, and the Mustangs will strand again. Bases loaded, but not before they find their first 2 base hits of the ball game, and subsequently their first 2 runs of the ball game. We're tied heading into the home half of the fourth here in Round Rock.